Hello, grade twos. I hope you're all well and behaving nicely at home and listening to your mums and dads and helping them. This won't last forever. I'm sure we'll be back at proper school. But for now, I'm going to be teaching you about seasons. Do you know how many seasons there are? I want you to think the answer in your head. Did you think four? That would be correct. I want you now to say the seasons to yourself. I'll give you a moment to think them or say them. Did you say autumn, winter, spring, and summer? You might not have started with autumn like I did, but as long as your order was correct, then that would be okay. The seasons are a bit like a ring. They go round and round, so you can't change their order that you say them. It always has to be summer, and after summer, it will be autumn, and after autumn, it's winter, and after winter, the spring comes back. So you can start with anyone you like, but you have to have them in the right order, a bit like days of the week and months of the year. I'm going to ask you some questions about the seasons. I'm going to see if you can answer them. Do you know which season is the coldest season? You need a heater. You might have a fire. You'll put your beanie on your head. You'll wrap a scarf around your neck. You might eat and drink things that warm you up from the inside. And then as the day goes on, it normally warms up a little bit and you start taking off those warm clothes. But as it starts getting cooler again in the evening, you start putting them back on. What season did you think? Was it winter? That would be correct. Now I want you to think. What is the name of the season that's the hottest season? In Johannesburg, it rains in this season. You like to wear cool clothes, you'll wear your t shirts and you'll wear your slops. You might love to swim or run through the sprinkler. You might put the fan on at night because it's so hot, and sometimes the mosquitoes come and bother you. What season did you think of? Did you say summer? What season, and if you look out your window, it will give you a clue, or if you're outside, you will definitely see, is a season where all the leaves start falling off the tree. Sometimes we put the leaves into piles and we jump into them, and then you have to sweep them all up again. This is a season where the animals are getting ready for winter and they're storing their food and they're squirreling around and trying to gather everything so that they're ready for when it's cold and when maybe there's not so much food available. Some of the animals will start migrating, it's usually birds, and they'll start flying away to places that are warmer. And the bigger animals, like bears, will start eating a little bit more to have nice fat layers. So when they sleep, which is called hibernation, they've got plenty of fat in their bodies to keep them alive for their long sleep in winter. What season did you think of? Did you think of autumn? That would be right. One last season. You probably can guess which this one might be. We are very happy when the season comes. It starts to get warmer, the leaves start coming back on the trees, you'll see blossoms, the bees start getting very busy with all those blossoms, collecting the nectar, and you might even, if you're very brave, have a swim. What season did you think of? Did you think of spring? That's a lovely season, isn't it? Now, I want you to think, which is your favorite season? Which is the one that you like the best? Maybe there's more than one. Some people love the cold, but some people like it nice and warm. Some people like it not too hot and not too cold, and then that's when they might choose spring or autumn. Think about which season you would enjoy the most. Now, going along with the seasons are the months of the year. Do you know how many months there are? I want you to think. Did you say 7? That's not right. That's the days of the week. Did you say 4? That's not right either. I hope you said 12. Do you know the months? Let's say them together. Say them with me. And they, like the seasons, also have an order. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And I'm sure you've all got a favorite month as well. A lot of people choose their birthday, but sometimes you might choose a season that's linked to a religious celebration, perhaps, or maybe mom's birthday, or something else that is important to you. Now, just as we have 4 seasons, they are divided into the months. Now, there are 12 months altogether, and there are 4 seasons. So, if you have 12 months and you have 4 seasons, how many months do you think will go in each season? Can you do some quick maths? So, you could draw 4 lines for season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and then you could count out 1 season, or 1 month, I should say, for 1 season, another month for the second season, a third month for the third season, the fourth month for the fourth season. And if you carried on going, what would your final answer be? I'll give you a moment to think about it. If you did good maths, your answer should be 3. So each season has 3 months in it. And the way that I remember is I start with spring. And I think about spring. Spring has a S and a P in it, spring. And then I think of September. And September also has a S and a P in it, September. And that's how you remember. So spring, the first month in it is September. And because we said 3, spring is going to be September, October, and November. So spring is finished. Then you go on to the next season, which is summer, and you carry on with your months. Now, what I want you to do when we finish talking here is I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to fold it in half, and then I want you to fold it in half again. It doesn't matter how big or small the piece of paper is, as long as there's enough space for you to write on it. Then at the top of each quarter, because if we divide something into 4 equal parts, it's called a quarter, I want you to write the seasons in order, and I want you to start with spring. So you'll write spring, then in the next block, after spring comes summer, you'll write summer, then you'll write autumn, and then you'll write winter. And then I want you to take the months of the year and I want you to put the right months under the right heading of the season's name. Now, if you get stuck and you don't know how to spell the seasons, or not so much the seasons, the months of the year, I want you to go to mom and ask her if you can borrow a calendar. And then you can look at the spelling of the months. If you don't know how to spell them properly, it doesn't matter either, as long as you know what they are. And then you're going to start. Under spring, you're going to start with September, and you'll write September, October, November. And then you'll go to summer, and you'll write the ones that go there. So I've already given you 3 clues. Now, after you've finished watching this video, I'm going to be sending you through, well, in fact, I'll probably do it before, some worksheets for you to do. So the first worksheet is all about the seasons. I want you to read about the seasons. You might need mom to help you, and then you're going to answer some questions. And then the second thing that I'm going to do, or ask you to do, it's not so much a worksheet, but it's some art ideas. And these art ideas are such fun. I'm not sure what you have at home, but there's some that you can actually go into the garden and you can find some leaves. And as long as you have something to draw with, you can easily do that activity. So you can do one of them or you can do more than one of them. It's entirely up to you. And these lovely, lovely ideas came from Kirchile's family, Kier who's in my class. So thank you to Kirchile's Emma, who gave us these lovely ideas for art. I'll see you all again next week, and I hope you will have learned something about seasons. Goodbye.